first one I'm going to do a duck hash. It's a 2-potato hash with duck confit and some duck eggs. You see I have 2 different types of eggs here. These are the duck eggs, and these are the regular chicken eggs. And I just wanted to do that to have a little, I don't know, make it a little fun. Because now people, you go to Whole Foods and places like that, these specialty shops, they have all these different eggs, and might as well start using them. Make some duck eggs. They're good. They're very good. And then we have some duck confit. You can buy duck confit, or this is a leftover. First, I'm going to take, since we have made duck confit, we obviously have duck fat, which is always good. And we're gonna saute off our potatoes. We've got our sweet potatoes. So if you want to do this prep, because obviously, Sunday morning you don't want to have too many problems. If you want to try to do some of this ahead of time, you can do all of this prep ahead of time. This was all done yesterday. The duck confit was made. The potatoes were diced. Make sure your potatoes, these potatoes, you want to make sure you just keep them in water so they don't turn brown on you. We're going to make sure that we season up our potatoes, because a potato that's cooked without any seasoning, salt and pepper, is very important. So while this is going on, I'm going to make also for the top of this dish, we're going to have these, we're going to have some breadcrumbs, but we're using some panko breadcrumbs. So the duck fat, I'm going to put duck fat again, and we're going to just get that warmed up, and we're going to just toast up our panko breadcrumbs. It's going to give a nice little flavor. And then while our potatoes are cooking here, we're going to throw in a little garlic, a little bit of onion, put our onion in here. So all this is going to cook together well. Now the panko, you want to make sure you're going to have to keep an eye on that. We're going to try not to burn it, because that's one of those things that you can definitely burn quickly. But you want to get that nice toasted flavor, and with the duck fat, you've got that the good flavor in there. Put a little seasoning in that as well. And then the duck eggs are interesting. The first time I ever used them, they're much thicker. The shell. I'm gonna just, and it's really surprising how much harder you have to crack it. You really have to go at it. And then the membrane on the inside is much thicker. See how much harder that is? And it's a huge yolk. So we're going to do is we're going to cook this down a bit. We're going to put it in here. We're going to top it off with our breadcrumbs and put our fried eggs on top. So now we're going to go in with our duck. So our duck, let me just show you real quick. It's very, very simple. You just take the duck. As you see, it just falls off the bone. We're going to just shred the duck and drop it into our hash. Yum. The hard part about this is not eating it all while you're doing it. We got some roasted peppers. Roasted peppers are one of those things. I love roasted peppers. They're very simple to make. You can put them on top of the fire, and you blister them on the outside, and you throw them in cold water and peel them. But I honestly, it's one of those things. If you don't have time, it's good to have some roasted peppers in the cabinet. They come in those jars, and they're really good. They're not. It's a fantastic product. So what I'm going to do now is also I'm going to add a little bit of chicken stock. So this sort of it's going to keep it a little bit more moist, and then we're going to fry up the egg, and we're going to throw the spinach in as well. Since we have this duck fat, we're using duck fat for everything today. We're going to fry the egg in the duck fat. All right. So here's our egg frying. Now something that's good. Actually, what I do sometimes, when I'm doing an egg like that, and you want the top to cook a little bit, but not too much, because you still want, you just cover it a little bit like that, so the heat's going to circulate a bit, and we're going to be able to get that heat on top of it. In the meantime, we're going to put our hash into our bowl here. And you see, I put the chicken stock in there as well. You can see how liquid it is. There's still a little bit of juice in there. So let's go check out our eggs. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, God, they're beautiful. First of all, I'm going to put my breadcrumbs on there. And that's important to keep this moist, because we are putting these delicious breadcrumbs on there. This is like a great snack. And if you want, sometimes, where could I do that? I could do that over here. Hold on. If you wanted to just give the top, if it's a little bit, the white's a little runny there. If you want it over the sink or something, actually that's probably a better idea. But anyway, just do here. You can pour the hot right over top. Kind of give it a quick little sear. And voila. How's that look?